Obviously, very excited to kick off the season. I think it's been the most fun fall camp I've had since I've been here. And I think that's directly attributed to the leaders that we have on our team. I think we have 8 guys that are really kind of taking the team by the throat, I guess, or by the collar, and just kind of leading us, pushing us, getting our minds in the right direction. And all those guys have a ton of experience. So it's been fun. I have coached less. I have maintained my voice all 20-some practices we've had so far. And my wife keeps telling me, you just seem so calm going into the season. So, yeah, excited. And, yeah, let's go to Nashville.
For you, compared to how you felt at this point last season, how do you feel right now?
I think we just have more players with experience, and I feel really good. I'm excited about Zoltan. I think he's healthy. I think that gives the whole organization here a good sense of confidence, and he's done a good job of stepping up in his leadership role. Certainly, the guy's built his body, which has been one of the I guess the positive benefits of being hurt for a year. But I think you just look at us, where we are, what we're doing. I think we're just further along. We're exciting to watch, but we're just more mature, and just have less kind of little small discipline issues, which in close ball games have shown up and been the difference. So it's exciting.
You talk about Zoltan. I mean, the ultimate matchup of swag quarterbacks this Saturday. I mean, both of them have that swagger about them, that confidence about them. Just your thought on this quarterback matchup.
Well, I think obviously Pavi is. I mean, his greatest attribute is his toughness. I think he's inspirational as a leader. Obviously, his team feeds off of not just his energy but his playmaking ability. And so I think for Zoltan, it's probably a little quieter storm, but where he makes up, or becomes just as loud as in his playmaking ability, and just the way he commands the huddle and the team. And so I don't know, it's going to be exciting to see, just our team in a great environment. So they got a brand new, newly refurbished stadium. It's going to be the home of the FCS championship game as well. So and it's always exciting to play a first game, but to play at night in Nashville in an SEC type of environment, that just brings the level up much more.
Sticking to offense, can you talk about what you've seen from your new OC, Ms. Strickland?
Well, I think Seth is just really smart. He's intelligent. I think he's a good leader, and I think he's kind of diagnosed our team and found our strengths, and we're trying to use those and run the things that kind of enhance and amplify our guys' strengths. And so it'll look different. How much different, I don't know, but we'll see how it goes. And I am excited about watching and seeing him, call a game and just be, a part of him running this offense. But really, it's the stuff off the field. It's the preparation parts for me with Seth and training the quarterbacks and the offensive line and all of our groups really that have been so impressive.
How have players bought into his system?
Well, I think the receivers really like it, and the quarterbacks really like it, and I think those are, whenever your skill guys see opportunities to make plays and see a different mindset as far as calling plays and wrinkles to use what they do well, you're going to get instant buy-in. Up front wise, I think Landon Martin has done a really good job of just making our offensive line one cohesive unit, getting us to play with the grit that you got to play with up front. There's a toughness and an attitude that we got to have, and he's done a great job of kind of building that mindset. So I think from our players' perspective, they really love it.
Do you play up like the underdog thing? I mean, I guess Vanderbilt probably plays it up in the SEC that they're the underdog in the
Sure.
SEC. But do you play it up with the underdog thing? How do you mentally play this game up for your guys, or do you not need to at all? I mean, they understand they're playing an SEC team.
Yeah, I think if we're doing a pick 'em here, right, nobody's going to pick us, right? And our guys know that. At the same time, we're not going to the game to logo stare, and be in awe or be intimidated. But it doesn't take the opponent out of it. We're not going to do that for anybody. I think our guys have a great confidence, and I don't think it's ill-founded. I think we've played a lot of plays. We've got a team with a bunch of experience, and I think they've kind of got the mindset that, hey, we know this is an FBS non-conference game. We know those OVC games and Big South games, those are the ones that really matter. But we're looking forward to writing the chapter, but we also know that, hey, those the meat of our season lies later on in the year. And so we want to go cut it loose. We want to go play free. We got nothing to lose. So let's go have fun and compete and enjoy the fact that we get to go play a football game.
What are your memories of the the big time game? I mean, I know you did Georgia a couple years ago when you were with Jamie, and
Sure.
I think were you on the staff that played against Tebow in Florida, and all these memories. What are the memories like? I mean, I know that the results aren't there, but do you look back fondly on the memories of those games that you've been on the sideline of?
Well, I think every coach, every player remembers the environment, right? I mean, we know it's going to be loud. There's going to be more bodies in the stands, and you're really going to remember the plays that you made in those environments. So it's very exciting from that standpoint for the players. When you roll out of that tunnel, the decibel level is going to be a little bit higher than it is the rest of the season. So, does it compare? All the SEC environments are incredible, and so we don't take it for granted that we get to play the game.
Have you ever worked with Clark Lee or anyone at Vanderbilt?
I think Vandy has 62 people on staff. I counted it the other day, guys. And I can tell you, I ain't worked with any of them. We got 17 people that work here. So we're excited. We even know we went out there and played, a flag football game before the season. They'd have a whole lot more subs than we had. But it is what it is. And, we're excited to go out there and go play. And if we can get flag football in against Clark Lee, we're going to put Nick Reveiz on them because they both look like they're really in shape.
You're starting running. By the way, Ben Cofton is his chief of staff as a Citadel guy.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I watched their little deal on YouTube the other day. I guess him and Clark have known each other since like 7th grade. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, well, this is kind of neat. Good little storyline there.
You have a starting running back. Is there? I mean, as far as depth chart goes, is there a guy who's the guy?
I think right now we're going to start Brandon Mush. He's been healthy all camp. He's looked very good, but we're going to play a bunch of guys there. But Brandon will go out there and take the first snap, and he's maybe he's a little unknown to everybody, but he's certainly not unknown to the guys on our team.
Defensively, what position groups are you maybe most confident in?
I think at linebacker, I don't think we have 2 starters. I think we have 4 between Nick and Steve Zykowski and Justin Waters and Tylen Hollis. Those guys have played a ton of plays. Nick Bartello is more healthy than he's ever been, and we really rely on those guys to not just get us lined up and get the calls, but they're playmakers, and they've statistically done some good things, and I think our whole defense kind of looks at them, and when things are kind of moving fast, they kind of can slow things down for us.
When you have a Pavia like a Johnny Manziel type, how do you stop him? How do you teach that? I mean, or is it just you let him get what he's gonna get?
Well, they're gonna make some plays, but he's so good when it breaks down. Like a third of his rushing yards last year came off of quarterback, scrambles and broken plays, and a lot of those yards were big plays. Half of his touchdown passes, 10 of his 21 came when he got outside the pocket. So you can't just get there with one guy. You've got to get multiple hats there. We got to be in our quadrants. And our recipe is no different than probably LSU's or Missouri's or anybody's, right? You know you've got to quad rush this guy. The thing that he does so well is that he breaks tackles, and he's like playing a tailback back there. I mean, he's really strong, and he'll run you over if he's got the chance to. And so, and I think the guy really is an elite fade thrower, and he lets his guys go make plays. So, we got to be ready in a lot of ways. But do you stop him? He's gonna make some plays on you. We just have to have the mindset. If he makes a play, we got to go play the next play. But then if we make a play, guess what? We got to go play the next play too.
What's sticking out to you about Vanderbilt?
Obviously they got a lot of excitement around their program. You know what I'm saying? This is obviously a product of who their quarterback is and the job that Clark Lee has done. This is the group with a lot of notoriety, which is just exciting to get to go play against such a opponent that has received so much preseason coverage but don't mistake their defense. Those guys are big. They got two German players that are 6'5", 317 pounds, and they got another kid that's 6'5", 340. This is the biggest Vandy team I've ever seen.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for being here, guys.
Good luck.
Always appreciate you.